Think about your unique mix of abilities, the resources available to you, your personal history, the opportunities around you. If you objectively identify these factors and discover the desire of your heart, you will have done a lot toward discovering your purpose, your true purpose within life. The third question, pardon me. Do I believe in my own potential? You cannot consistently act in a manner inconsistent with the way that you see yourself. If you do not believe that you have potential, you will never try to reach it. And if you aren't working or aren't willing to work towards reaching your potential, you will never be successful. Take the advice of President Theodore Roosevelt, who said, "Do what you can with what you have where you are." If you do that with your eyes fixed on your life's purpose, what else can be expected of you? Next question. Looks like the last question, at least for this part. When do I start? Some people live lives from day to day, allowing others to dictate what they do, how to do it, all that other sort of jazz. They never try to discover their true purpose for living. Others know their purpose, yet they can never act on it. They are waiting for inspiration or permission or an invitation to get started. But if they wait much longer, they'll never get going. So the answer to this question is So to answer the question, when do I start, is now. Moving on to the next section. It says growing to your potential. Novelist H.G. Wells held that Novelist H.G. Wells held that wealth, notoriety, place, and power are no measures of success whatsoever. The only true measure of success is the ratio between what we might have become and what we have become. In other words, success comes as the result of growing to our potential. It's been said that our potential is God's gift to us, and what we do with it is our gift to Him. But at the same time, our potential is probably our greatest untapped resource. Henry Ford observed, "There is no man living who isn't capable of doing more than he thinks he can do." We have nearly limitless potential, yet too few ever really try to reach it. And why is that? The answer to the question lies in this. We can do anything, but we can't do everything. Many people let everyone around them decide their agenda in life. As a result, they never really dedicate themselves to their purpose in life. They become a jack of all trades, master of none, rather than a jack of few trades focused on one. If that describes you more than you'd like, you're probably ready to take steps to make a change. Here are 4 principles to put you on the road to growing towards your potential. All right. Actually, let me see how far out these principles go. 2, 3. Okay. I'll say this, right? It looks like we'll get to the 3rd principle, and then after that we'll go ahead and stop, at least for today's concern, just so that we don't. I'll say just for this being the starting point, right? Because we're almost coming up on page 10. But the first step, in which I'll go ahead and save my thoughts for the end. The first steps, right? Concentrate on one main goal. Nobody ever reached their potential by scattering themselves in 20 different directions. Reaching your potential requires focus. That's why it's so important for you to discover your purpose. Once you've decided where to focus your attention, you must decide what you are willing to give up in order to do it. And that part is very critical, because there can be no success without sacrifice. The two go hand in hand, and if you desire to accomplish little, you sacrifice little. But if you want to accomplish great things, be willing to sacrifice a lot. Number 2, concentrate on continual improvement. David D. Glass, chief executive officer of Walmart stores, was once asked whom he admired the most. His answer was Walmart founder Sam Walton. Pardon me. He remarked, "There's never been a day in his life since I've known him that he didn't improve in some way." Commitment to continual improvement is the key to reaching your potential and to being successful. Each day you can become a little bit better than who you were yesterday. It puts you one step closer to your potential, and you will also find that what you get as a result of your growth is not nearly as important as what you've become, who you've become along the way. Number 3, forget about the past. My friend Jack Hayford, founding pastor of Church on the Way in Van Nuys, California, commented, "The past is a dead issue, and we can't gain any momentum moving toward tomorrow if we're dragging the past behind us." Unfortunately, that's what too many people do. They drag the past with them wherever they go, and as a result, they never make any true progress. I like the attitude of Cyrus Curtis, who once owned the Saturday Evening Post. He had a sign hanging in his office that announced, "Yesterday ended last night." It was his way of reminding himself and his employees that the past is done and we should be looking forward, not backwards. Okay. All right. So that marks the end of where we, of our reading, at least for today. Again, I know that it was rather relatively short. It's just to get us started. We read through the first 10 pages, and just even seeing going by that, I get the impression, even if we just continue for the next 10 just 10 pages each go around, we'll have this book finished. We'll definitely have this book finished come like next week or 2 weeks from now. But all in all, though, this is very, very key critical information that I want for you guys to keep in mind. Again, just reiterating for a couple of steps to keep in mind if you're looking to change, right? Just get on that journey to becoming successful. Concentrate on one main goal, all right? Concentrating on continual improvement, and also forgetting about the past. Now, I'll say some of these stuff I'll say these principles, they're not foreign, they're not a stranger to me. A lot of this stuff is stuff that I've already mentioned within a lot of my different videos as well, but they're even for me, there's some bits and parts that I struggle with, because I told you, because to some degree, becoming a jack of all trades and also concentrate on continual improvement, well, they are separate things, but at least for me, for what I'm trying to do, they sort of coincide, and they ultimately conflict, because me trying to be well versatile, but also focusing on one particular thing, it doesn't necessarily work together. But also at the same time, even for that, for what I just said, don't take too much heed to that, because the fact of the matter is this: with what I said, it doesn't entirely address what was just mentioned. What these steps concentrate on one main goal. That one main goal can be to be versatile. So it's or even for this, right? Concentrate on continual improvement. That continual improvement could be continual improvement in one particular craft or in a number of different things. But all in all, though, I didn't even mean to go through and just play a whole bunch of semantics or whichever. What I'll say is keep these things in mind and try to implement them on your guys' journey. I know that we all don't necessarily have the answers, and even for this right here, there may be some things that they miss out on the mark. But nonetheless, though, there's a lot of valuable information, and one, we're just educating ourselves to become even better. And knowledge is always important. Knowledge is always power, man. And we could take this same bit of information, make adjustments, tweak what it is that we're doing within our life to make sure that we become better. All right. For instance, as much as I'm sitting up here going back and forth between, how much I didn't like the jack of all trades, master of none, instead of trying to be a jack of few trades focused on one. The fact of the matter is this: even for, as much for whatever it is that I've accomplished, there's always ways to go through and improve that to make it better. And perhaps for me, taking that adjustment of concentrating on one main goal, that might just be the one move, that just might be the one thing that's needed in order to propel the kingdoms, the businesses, and communities forward. And I know I'm doing a whole lot of talking about me, but I'm just using me as an example to make the grander point that, again, guys, for the knowledge that we're talking about, y'all go through, again, keep this stuff in mind. I'm glad I didn't read through too much, just so that I could go through and just recap again some of the key, just touch on some of the key things that was just mentioned even within these first 10 pages. Again, when it comes to success, overall success requires two things: the right picture and the right principles of how to get there. The success, more specifically, is knowing your purpose, growing towards reaching your maximum potential, sowing seeds that benefits others, which I'll tweak sowing seeds to benefit others is more specifically what it says in the text. What I'll tweak the definition to be is knowing your own purpose in life, growing to reach your maximum potential, and sowing seeds that benefits yourself, benefits the heavenly kingdom before anything else, benefits yourself, and also benefiting others as well. Everybody. All right, everybody eats. Everybody, from the folks up top that protect us to ourselves, because we definitely gotta self-care and self-love is important, and making sure that we put that same sort of effort into helping our brothers and sisters to the left and to the right and in front and in behind of us. It's always a key point of interest as well. So that's some definition of success right there. Again, just some key questions to keep in mind. For what am I searching for? Why was I created? Do I believe in my potential? And also, when the hell do I start? Those are all things that you should be keeping in mind. And some of you guys may have already answered off plenty of those questions. But for those that haven't, again, keep that in mind. And then, of course, just for, three steps, three actions to take in order to help propel you forward. Concentrate on one main goal, concentrate on continual improvement, and then forget about the past. But and just continue to, again, move forward. But what I'll say is this: I'll also make sure, because my intention is, come tomorrow, we're on top of the news of the people and the podcasts and the gaming videos or whichever, when it comes to educating ourselves, becoming more well-versed, becoming more knowledgeable about things, so that we could take information and, again, use that to significantly improve and better things just all around. That is what I'm getting on, and that's what we, our kingdoms, communities, businesses, as well as y'all, that's what we're all going to get on, and I'm going to make sure that we get consistent on it. So, so for all in all, I do thank you guys for the love, for the appreciation, for being here with me. What I'll say is this: I do look forward to y'all pulling back up and we going through and because this right here is the Royal Book Club. So I definitely look forward to meeting back up with you guys come tomorrow here, and we'll go over the next 10 pages. If we may mess around and get a little bit more, because I know that for where we happen to be at, I think we actually ended off on page 11. So we might go through and read a little bit more, but I think this book, we're going to go through and finish this rather quickly. But all in all, though, thank y'all so much for the love and support. Again, y'all like this video up, share, comment, subscribe, all that other sort of jazz. And if you guys have any other recommendations for other books that we should read, definitely make sure that y'all leave that down in the description below. We could go through and get it started and get it popping when it comes to that. But all in all, thank y'all. Oh, y'all definitely remember the most important part: stay tuned, stay tapped in, and stay locked in, because the juice over here never stops dripping. All right. I'll catch y'all in the next one, man. Peace, be easy, and as always, y'all stay blessed up.